Hello, Bosque. Why is the off-road kit, the gears, entirely different or made different when compared to the touring or the urban setup?
Yeah, I think that's something we've been talking about for a while, ever since we started using off-road gear. Off-road gear has to be different from touring and urban gear, simply because off-roading is a very active activity. Active activity. If there is something like that we can use in English, but we are constantly on the move, shifting, moving, standing, sitting, working. Whereas on touring, it's generally a lot of the time we are stable in the same posture, sometimes for hours together. Hardly we need to move. And off-road, the whole purpose is off-road. So constantly changing road conditions means that we have to keep shifting the entire body, from sitting and standing to moving shoulders, bending, and that too at slower speeds. Because we are also slow, ventilation is not much. The wind is not there. So not only are we working hard, we don't have the ventilation also, and that is why it is designed very differently. Another aspect is it is designed for impact protection. Touring gear is designed for mostly abrasion resistance. Speeds are higher, and tarmac. So the road rash,
It's an unforgiving tarmac.
yeah, unforgiving. The emery paper effect will be very, very high. So they are focused more on that. Obviously, off-road is mostly impact, because there is no hard surface like this. In most places, it will probably be a boulder, a stone, a rock, a tree, a branch, or even the handlebar can bash. So that is the reason why off-road gear is very different. We went on a ride recently, on a no roads ride. It's a 600-kilometer ride, out of which about 230, 240 was off the beaten path. It was on mud roads, off roads, and some tricky terrain. And for the first time, both of us wore complete off-road gear and realized the benefit of being kitted out the right way. We are tourers, you have seen. Predominantly, we tour a lot. And since we got the KLX, we have started doing some off-roady bits. And realized the ride that we were going on was off-road, and we were strongly recommended. I mean, we were told by the organizers, please get yourself some off-road gear. Do not bring your touring gear. Yes, you can do it, but you'll put yourself through unnecessary torture of heat and sweat and suffering.
Yes.
So on that, we wore off-road gear. This is what I was wearing. This is an Acerbis kit. CK also was wearing an Acerbis kit. This is the Acerbis Galaxy chest guard, and it's got a back guard also.
Right up to the tailbone, eh?
Yeah, see, it's pretty long. This comes with an inner sleeve, which I'm wearing. Which comes with a elbow and a shoulder protection. Jersey, obviously, an Acerbis jersey, and these are Acerbis pants. If you notice the off-road pants, they are very loose, because again, the movement, it has to accommodate movement and not kind of grab anywhere. And this is the Acerbis knee guard. I would say it is to an extent also a brace. If you notice, it's got this metal reinforcement and the hinge. It's got a lovely articulation. This is to protect the knee, and these things move. So it's a lovely construction. This on the inside, the edge sits inside the boot, so this stays in place. Of course, we wear an inner. There are inners we wear, the top and the bottom. So this goes over the inner. So none of these straps are going to bite in and cause any kind of chafing or friction. Those little small sleeves with a little pad on the knee is not recommended for off-road. We are constantly dabbling, sticking our leg out, balancing, trying to save. So the risk of a knee twist is very high. Of course, coming to the boots, we do not yet get any motocross
Proper MX
or
boots.
enduro boots in India. They have to be imported because of import restrictions. However, ankle twists are one of the most common injuries when doing off-road.
Especially the amount of dabbling that we do to keep the bike upright.
It doesn't take much to twist an ankle.
Yeah, you hit a boulder when you're doing that. That's it.
And a simple thing of catching a twig or a branch or a rock can whack your foot out of place. So these are between enduro and touring boots. The difference is they have a ankle protection here. These are Garnish. I bought a few years ago. I don't think they are available anymore. However, you can search, find, inquire, and arrange yourself a good pair of off-road boots. Ventilation protection will help you enjoy the ride much better. Um, these pants, you see these stretch panels here. Yeah, this is to make this movement easy. You see this friction patch here, because when we hold on to the motorcycle, there is minimum slip, and they are tapered, designed to fit into the boot. These are not something that we wear outside. And there are some stretch and softer materials in the right places.
Yeah.
Adjustable velcros, so just in case I put on weight during the ride, I can adjust. Everything in off-road gear is designed to provide ease of movement. Gloves is another thing. These are Acerbis. These are not 100% the typical off-road gloves, because off-road gloves won't even have this kind of hard knuckle protector. These are slightly better. It's my preference. I just want a little bit extra here. You have a pair too. So again, these gloves are also designed for maximum movement flexibility, because we are constantly working the clutch and working the brake and throttle. We want that feel, because everything is instant and fast. Any delays or anything grabbing anywhere,
Game over.
no, restart the level, not game over. We go back to level 1. Game over is a bit too hard to say.
Too harsh, is it?
Now, same thing. Off-road helmets are highly ventilated. We went on a ride just a couple of weeks ago. It is summer. There is no cloud cover like there is today. It was hot. Fortunately, because of the gear that we were wearing, things were cool. I like these goggles is because of the color. Most of the time, preferably do off-roading in daylight. Don't do anything at night. These keep the eyes cool, and they have got good ventilation, like any good goggle would do. It's got airflow running through here to keep the sweat minimized. The advantage of a goggle can only be felt when one wears it and rides it out. Same thing with the helmet. These liners are removable, washable, and we can put them back. We see many riders using off-road gear to tour. It's not recommended. It looks cool. The person looks like a very serious off-roader. But I'm not sure if looking cool is more important than wearing the right gear. Acerbis entire collection is available at Reise Moto. It can serve as a one-stop shop, right from helmets to the pants and the inner armor and everything. Check out the website, check out at a store near you, wear the right gear for the right ride and enjoy it
Responsibly.